I'm sorry about this, guys. Sincerely, I am so sorry. My computer just decided, hey, now is a good time to update, restart ourselves while he's doing a stream. I guess it's more of my fault since I didn't pay attention to the updating schedule for my computer. I really need to pay attention to that more often. But anyways, most of the stream, so let's just get on with most of what we missed before, during the time before we were like rudely interrupted. But anyways, but during that time I'm going to be talking about what we've already seen. Now this was another thing that was rumored, but we didn't know when it will happen. But now that it has happened, I bet that a lot of people are extremely excited for this. I mean, a Kirby game going full 3D with its own 3D levels and worlds. Like, wow. Who expected that? Seriously, who really expected that to happen? I mean, it's about darn time. I mean, right? Like, after like so many years of so many 2D Kirby games, we finally got a full 3D one. Oh, and this. I don't know about this because I don't have an Animal Crossing game. I mean, I've never had it, but I will say that it's awesome that they're getting an update for the game. And I mean, it's not like that I hate the idea. I mean, I don't think I have that much hate for the idea. In fact, I might decide to get the game myself to give it a shot. But who knows what'll happen in the future?
Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Oh, I should make that.
Two games, one game update, and lots of fun. More free content is coming to the Mario Golf Super Rush game.
Yeah, I think.
This is
Okay.
the city.
I need to look at my video game or not, but what I do know is that it looks interesting to play, and I might decide to play it in the future.
Secrets of those in power during the day, then plunder the layers of the infected at night. Your decisions will shape the story, but they'll also have consequences. No matter where your actions lead you, there's one thing you must always remember.
Maybe I should get the game. I mean, I mean games because it's Daylight 1 and 2. But again, I'm not really sure if those games are really popular. I mean, unless someone in my family knows that the game is popular, I might take it. But as of right now, I have absolutely zero idea. Zero.
Nintendo Switch October 19th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I mean, yeah, I know I look like I'm still angry because I still am. I mean, stupid computer had to restart itself.
My apologies. Your actions will lead you through a riveting story that changes based on the decisions you make. In the end, where will your conviction guide you?
But still.
You have gone to the one place I cannot follow.
In response to the survey, the game has been fine-tuned with a focus on elements that received lots of feedback. These include adjustments to the
Okay.
the ability to review previous dialogue.
Okay, so during my I guess it doesn't matter anymore since we're already the sequel to Octopath Traveler.
Triangle strategy.
I'm thinking of getting because it's. I can. Never mind. Just go on later. Now this shows a little bit more about the game. We get to fight like a damaged enemy that we haven't seen yet, and we get to fight against some new robots. I mean, I think the robots in this game are new. And being outside of the Metroid series myself, I want to get the game. it looks interesting. I mean, the graphics are better. The enemies are interesting. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more gimmicks put in, and we're gonna have more movements for Samus Aran, or Aran, to pronounce it correctly. I'm really interested in getting this. Alright, princess. Come in here, you sweet kitty, you. Come here. There we go.
Samus Aran,
Haven't seen you in a while.
bounty hunter in the galaxy, embarks
Okay,
on a
now-
new mission to the uncharted planet ZDR. Your objectives? Confirm whether the deadly
Where have you been
X-Parasite
up
still
to?
exists, and figure out
And of
what
course,
the
with the X-Parasites returning, I guess there's. We have to know how they're returning. I mean, we thought they were all wiped out during like a different game.
remnants of the mighty chosen
But either way,
civilization are also scattered throughout, including evidence.
it looks like during somewhere in the game she repairs her suit.
Visit Metroid.Nintendo.com to read Metroid Dread Report Volume 8.
I want to get it.
Detailed
I really do.
Metroid
It's an interesting looking style.
Metroid Dread game. Be sure to view the other Metroid Dread reports there as well. You'll want to prepare.
Site, or it's just an update to the Nintendo website. I'm not entirely sure.
How was that?
But either way, this was the type of content that I've been waiting for. I mean, the N64 games coming on the. I mean, of course, and now on the Switch we can finally have a time when Mario says "So long, gay bastard."
System gave me
Unless that too is just a different version of Mario 64, and because if that's the case, then it would be incredibly disappointing. But I mean, at least we get to show that online too. I mean,
Nintendo 64 games
wow.
locally or
I guess I didn't need something that I already got for.
also with this new membership plan. In addition to the Nintendo 64 games,
What am I trying to say? I don't know. And of course, this was a big surprise. I don't think this was even put in the rumors, but
collect them.
I mean, first they showed off the N64 games, and then they showed off the Sega Genesis.
These classic games whenever
This is a crazy world we live in right now.
the new plan will include all elements of
this
the
is-
Nintendo Switch Online membership,
Truly mind-blowing.
as well as the
Like,
ability
you
to
know,
play the included
like-
Nintendo 64 and Genesis games,
Two great packages
Switch Online plus expansion pack.
and one little update of the game is going to Nintendo Switch Online. I am so getting it. I'm so getting it, by the way. I mean, I kind of want to try the Sega Genesis games, even though we all know that those games were
Membership plan can
pretty
change
much
over to the
insignificant.
membership plan at a later
And
time.
who knows how good those games will be.
Exact release date and pricing information.
Like, seriously, who knows?
We'd
Oh,
like to
I should take
announce
off
the
that
games that will
because
be available when it launches.
I'm not going anywhere for now.
You'll be able to
And
play
of course, there was one game in particular that,
Nintendo 64 games
and
such
and
as
it's
The
not
Legend
just
of Zelda Majora's
Majora's Mask.
and F-Zero X, as well as other Nintendo 64 and Genesis games.
It's
going
coming.
forward.
Wait for it. Banjo and Kazooie. That's the game I wanted to play.
Nintendo 64
I've been
Genesis
so wanting to play that on the Switch, and so I can show up with you guys.
controls
And of course, the controllers as well. That will be an interesting sight to behold to know how they work on the Switch.
These controllers will be
They might be wired, they might be not. We'll have to see in the future. But hey, at least they're cheaper than the original.
Nintendo
original-
Switch Online plus expansion pack.
Than the original,
Let's see
like,
a few more Nintendo Switch
Joy-Con controllers. They're like $70 for the Joy-Cons.
There's
That's kind of
plenty
expensive for
in
controllers,
these
isn't it?
collections.
But this is $50. I'm getting it. And of course, there are some other games that I didn't really
Three-game collection of
care that much about, but they did look cool.
As a
The-
Shadowrunner
I mean,
mercenary,
kind of look cool.
reawakened in fantasy
I'm not that much for like
immersive branching narrative
games when it comes to this, when you just move characters by clicking.
and gripping turn-based tactical combat await in Shadowrun Trilogy.
I mean, I'm not entirely against it, but
Switch next year.
it's just not my style of gaming.
Against Count Dracula
And of
continues.
course, a Castlevania collection.
Brings together
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never really played a single Castlevania game. So, this is something I'm actually kind of excited for.
Mapping features will also ramp up your fight against evil.
I mean, it's funny how this wasn't put in the Nintendo Switch Online thing. And of course, the art style put in here. The art style, like, I mean, like the drawn art they put in there, like, wow.
Almighty Classic returns.
Fantastic. And, it looks like it was an old game that was updated into something more geographic. And
As the Lord of Light and Almighty God, only you can save mankind from the forces of
it just
Tanzra.
looks so beautiful.
You'll wage
It
war
looks
in
beautiful
2
to me.
phases. First, strike down monsters in the
And
side-scrolling action
of
phase.
course, there's going to be a lot of action put into
Master
games like
swordsmanship and
this.
magic to vanquish all who
I'm
stand.
just a big green mama from outer space.
Cultivate the
Or
lands you've
green
liberated
mean,
in the world-building
mean
creation
green mama from outer space.
which structures will be destroyed to make way for new ones, creating a flourishing civilization.
Maybe I should not like
If you do so,
say that.
your powers will increase.
Maybe I should not say that, or else I might get a claim during
Between the original
a stream.
and rearranged versions of the beloved soundtrack and enjoy brand new music. New stages and new boss battles also await. Razor Renaissance.
It's interesting. Now that's something I kind of miss out on because it looks like it was like a mix of different types of gaming reactions. And on this Deltarune 1 and 2. I mean, what is that supposed to mean? Is Deltarune 1 just getting the update for Chapter 1 and 2? I mean, maybe I should pay more attention for this, so I can better understand what's going on. Now, of course, there's new characters, but there was one part in particular where I saw it looked like we're going to be fighting against ourselves, and that might show up pretty soon. Oh, okay, it's just an update. Okay, at least that is the at least I know what that is. And of course, some other games we already know that's coming. So I'm not really that much of a fan of a lot of racing games, but I mean, who knows? Maybe someone wants to go on and say, "Hey, Lincoln, why don't you give this game a try?" I'll give it a try. And I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, but if people really recommend the number 5 to me, I'll give it a shot. I mean, who knows? Maybe good. And of course, it's like a collection of arcade games. Maybe I should skip that one. I'm not a fan of arcade games. And this one, I'm not really sure what that one was supposed to be like because it was too much information to take in. But it's more stuff I'm gonna take it out. But and this, of course, Shigeru Miyamoto himself comes in to explain something big and important that's coming up.
Hi everyone, I'm Shigeru
The
Miyamoto.
next year,
Hollywood movie studio is
in the holiday
CEO and producer Chris
of
Meledandri,
2022.
who are known for
But,
movies like
but
Discovery,
here's the confusing part that's coming up. The voice actors for Mario and Luigi
theatrical release time.
are different voice actors.
Ta-da!
It's weird. I mean, I don't judge the people I can't really judge the people that's going to play as make the voices of Mario and Luigi because I don't know if they actually sound close to the characters, but there's one problem that concerns me. We all know that Mario and Luigi are supposed to be brothers, and they both sound like pretty close to each other. So, and of course, that's showing up right now. And if they, one thing I have to say, if they don't sound any similar to each other as actual brothers,
Please look forward to Mario as
that might lean me away from the movie. I mean,
next.
a little bit. I mean, a little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, in the cartoons, Mario and Luigi kind of sounded a lot different to each other, and no one is taking a crap out of that. But this is an actual licensed Mario movie. If they screw this up, I'm not so sure what to do. And of course, it looks like Toad is not gonna. I mean, it kind of looks like Toad is not gonna have his high-pitched voice. I mean, I might be wrong of that, but I'm not entirely sure. And of course, it's kind of weird to see Donkey Kong in a Mario movie, but I mean, I don't know. They might be doing a good. I'm good here. And since I can't hear anything, I'm not so sure what's going on. Either Charles is like the co-writer of the movie, or he's or just the director, or something else. I'm not entirely sure.
That is all I can share with you today about the Mario movie.
My voice is cracking pretty fast.
We've all been coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I myself am enjoying a creative process.
Now this next thing that's
different from making games. It may be
is going to be worked on.
Please look forward to Mario's adventure.
I kind of want to watch the movie pretty soon. And now Splatoon 3. Now there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. Especially with the way how they're teleported into the game. There's new maps to explore. There's new items to, or at least new weapons being put in there. And there's also new special abilities being put in, like new final attacks. And I wonder if there's a better way how they respawn into the game. And the hook shots. The hook shocks are going to be put into there. Something tells me that Link is going to sue. I'm just joking there. And a new enemy being shown in here. I'm not entirely sure if that's just an army of enemies, or if that's like a boss enemy. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're both, and maybe one of them is the same species. Maybe the boss is the same species. He's just more powerful. I mean, who knows? I'm gonna be honest. I have never played a single Splatoon game. I mean, I've only was able to play the free download version of Splatoon 2, and which only made me go into multiplayer. I was not able to do anything else like get new weapons and all. I don't know, wait a minute. Maybe I was able to get new weapons. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I do have the footage. And I'll show you guys some of that footage when we get to that point. But, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to get it, and of course that was kind of cute. They always tried. That's the thing with Nintendo.
Researcher from the Squid Research Lab. I've been meticulously studying the mysterious squids.
And of course, Mad Lab guy.
Humanoid form. What you just saw was the latest research footage from Splatoon 3.
No.
Allow me to share a bit of what we know so far. Splatoon 3 takes place.
Apparently, we're going back to a new town for something, as he might explain. Or explain that. I'm not entirely sure if that's a new or old town. I mean, it looks different from the second game, but I'm not so. Now, again, I don't know anything about the first Splatoon game. Is this a new level? Is it an old? Is it a new?
Appears to be a popular activity. Its basic rules are unchanged.
Well, what's it called? It's kind of similar to something like the Mario 64's Mario Castle, where. Oh, Hub World. Is the Hub World going to be the same as the number one or different? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know anything about the Splatoon series, but in the series itself, I want to. And since I don't have a Wii U, I want the first game to be pretty tired here. I'll be back in a minute. I need to grab my water because my throat. And already my throat feels a lot better. Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. Continuing on. We're almost at the end, so I hope it didn't really bother too much for an interruption, and I hope I didn't, like, interrupt him. I mean, even if I did interrupt him, I guess you can always just watch. I'll put a link in the description after this is over.
So, what did you think? Splatoon 3 taking place in a new world, 2022. Please look forward to future updates.
And
Okay,
now the
this is
last
the
thing
last
that's about to
trailer we
show.
have to show you today. Please take a look.
No, wait a minute. Oh, Bayonetta 3. Okay. Now, this was announced, like, at the beginning of the Switch's life. And everyone was wanting to know, where was it? That's the thing about game development. You always have to wait for a few years. I mean, we had to do that with Breath of the Wild too, so it shouldn't really surprise us. But, but this is something that I think a lot of people would be interested to look at. I mean, to see something that looks like the city of Tokyo in Japan getting all bust up, and Bayonetta coming in to save the party, and of course have a different costume on. It's that little dog statue is pretty cute. That is something that looks a lot different than what. And of course, I like the look of the costume that's being shown right now.
It seems I'm
And
unfashionably late, but I'm ready to do
is this something that's just going to be? Is this something that's just going to be added into Smash Ultimate as an update? Like, is she going to have a new costume, or is something else going to happen? Like, maybe if we do get a new Smash, she's gonna just have that costume and not gonna have any other costume. Because as we know, for Smash, every time a new character only gets like 2 costumes per the time, and each 2 costumes have like alternate colors on them, and each color is indifferent from the first suit as well. And, but I will say, it's for all the people that's been waiting for Bayonetta 3. At least it's coming. Still, it's on its way. But those who are waiting for it, but for those who are waiting for games that were announced here but died because of COVID-19, I have to apologize for all of those people up there, because you don't get to experience it. Rest your souls.
You just saw was the
Okay,
latest
this took a depressing turn. I'm sorry.
We announced this game in and we thank you for your patience. This game will launch next year. We hope you look forward to Bayonetta's new encounters.
But
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
I think that was the last of it. Yeah,
Thank you for watching.
I must say, it was a good direct. I mean, it didn't start out with my liking. I mean, we got more of a Mario Party Superstars. We got to see we got to see the N64 games going on Nintendo Switch Online, and the two games that actually two games that I was hoping to be put on there, because those games were on the N64 as well, was the Banjo and Kazooie games. Because those games, I've been wanting to share my experience with those games with. I wasn't able to finish Banjo-Tooie, but I hope that once I record it with you guys, I will be able to finish it. And I will record it, but I have to wait because I have too many games on my to finish list. I mean, I have to finish the world of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the World of Light. I have to finish the first Metroid game. I have to finish Dark Souls, and of course I have to finish Breath of the Wild and the prequel to that, or should I say the different universe of that game, the Age of Calamity, that's what it was called, and of course Breath of the Wild. But still, I can't wait to share my experience of those games with you all. It's gonna be a fun entertainment. Now, the one thing I did like about the Banjo-Kazooie games is that it's the way how they set up the notes. It's a way to challenge yourself. It's a way to say, hey, you screwed up. You got to do this again. It's just a form of punishment for death. I mean, sure, you might think it's annoying and it takes a lot of time, but I don't see a problem with it. Anyways, what do you all think of this direct? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and be ready for the next stream. I'll see you all next time.